Hi, I'm Bart Hanson. I'm the owner and lead instructor for CrushLivePoker.com. The following hand comes from our call-in show that we record at 4:45 p.m. Pacific Time every Monday. If you want to call in your hand, check out the instructions in the video description.
This was Park's 2-5 game, which is a 1K cap, but here in my notes, the guy was about 1,100 effective. I had him covered. So folds to me on the button. I opened a 20 with 2 black 8s, small blind calls, and the big blind folds. So we got 45 in the pot, heads up to a flop.
All right, so small blind is the primary villain. You're 1,100 effective. It gets folded to you. You raise 2 black 8s, and the villain calls in the small blind, right? And your head's up.
Yes.
Okay.
So flop comes pretty good for me. It's ace of hearts, jack of clubs, 8 of hearts.
Ace of hearts, jack of clubs, 8 of hearts for bottom set.
Yes.
Okay.
So the flop is pretty standard. Just checks to me. I bet 30, and he just calls.
And I gotta be honest with you here too. I mean, you bet 30, which is 2/3, something like that. I might even size up here. When you look at the small blind, I might bet 40 or 45, because you're when people understand about piecing off, right? So there's a couple things going on, right? Like if think about like small blind's flatting range, right? He's gonna have a small pocket pair. He's just gonna fold. It doesn't matter. It's not like 40 or 45. He's still going to call with all his gut shots. Like, you look at those Broadway cards, like Queen 10, King 10, King Queen. All those hands are going to call. A Jack is going to call. Obviously, an Ace is going to call. The only hands where sometimes if you size up that are supposed to sort of piece off as a fold occasionally would be like bottom pair, but you have them all, right? You've got bottom set of 8, so that's the properties here of this flop. So I would probably go just full 40 or 45 from my experience now playing a fair amount of 5-5 from my challenge. But anyways, okay, so you bet 30 small blind calls or what?
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Just a call.
Yep.
And the turn is a queen of spades. So just doesn't bring a backdoor flush draw, but obviously some straights get in there, like 9-10, King 10 of hearts, in the mind when on the turn. So he now leads for 75.
All right, so ace of hearts, jack of clubs, 8 of hearts. You have 8-8, check call 30. The dude check calls 30. Now he leads for 75 on a queen of spades turn, right?
Yes.
So this is interesting here because obviously, like, the only thing that you lose to is King 10, right?
Yeah, and also 9-10 came to mind because
9-10 also too, right? Okay, my bad. 9-10 and King 10.
Yeah, not the nut straight, but obviously straight still there.
I think I would still probably raise here anyways. I think that this is a lot of 2 pairs.
Yes, that 2 pairs were really what was ringing through my head. And I also mentioned this in my email to you. He was a recreational player. I mean, I wouldn't consider him like a massive fish, but I definitely think like if he smacked 2 pair on that turn, he definitely would have bet out. And so that also like Queen Jack of hearts came to mind. Also like the middle pair, which hit 2 pair with the flush draw. So I did elect to raise. I 3x it to 225. I don't know. What do you think about that sizing? Maybe bigger, less, or?
Let's just talk about this turn here. So I like your reasoning here. Also, too, even if you were to get 3-bet here, unless it was just like a pure jam, which would sort of raise some bells too as a bet 3-bet jam. Like I don't even know. I'd have to look and see if I would even consider folding.
We'll get
but I like that. Because like 9-10 might not even 3-bet, and even if you were deeper, you can call. Even if you were to get 3-bet, as long as it wasn't like a shove. But in my experience, this is not going to be like King 10 or a whole lot of like 9-10. I mean, it could be 9-10. But I would definitely raise here. I think it's fine. I mean, if you make it 225 and he calls, the pot's going to be like over 500. I might even make it more than that. 75, I might make it 300. I mean, you'd have to start thinking ahead about, like, if you were to make it 300 and then he jammed and it was like 1,000 more, are you going to make a fold? Because if you make it 300 and it's 650, it would be like 1,500, 14 or 1,500, like 700 for you to call. So you'd be getting like 2-1, and then you have to ask yourself, like, is a guy really 3-betting over a raise with like just 2 pair? So I might lean towards making it larger anyways, just to build the pot up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Yeah, so I made it 225, and he tanked shoves.
Okay.
And
So you're getting less of
so
a
it was like,
price, right?
yeah, so it was like about 7 more, give or take, because it was 225, plus the 32. Yeah, so we had 11, about 7 back, and yeah, so now I'm like, I don't know what to do. And also, the thing that I want to mention this, because I would want to recommend to people like listening to not do this, but I was stuck on the day. I remember being in the game for 3 buy-ins, and so I was in for 3K, and also I was like just running bad, and I was thinking to myself like, can they really just like have it every time? And I know that's like a very bad reasoning, but and I also thought like Queen Jack of Hearts was what kept running through my head, because I feel like he was the type of player to where he has like 2 pair and a flush draw, and he's ready to just like stick all his money in.
So let's just
And
let's just think of some math here, so I can just do some math here on the fly. So 20 pre 30 on the flop, that's 50, and then you make it 225, is 275. So 1,300, like 700 for you to call, or something like that. Like pot's like
yeah,
1,300,
so like
700 for you to call, or 1,300, 750 for you to call. So you're getting just under 2-1, right? I would say.
mhm.
So again, it's ace of hearts. So you raise with 8-8 in the small blind. Villain 1 calls. Ace of hearts, jack of clubs, 8 of hearts, check. You bet 30, small blind calls. Turns the queen of spades, small blind lead 75. You make it 225, and he shoves now basically for like 1,000-ish total. So it's like 750 for more for you to call for a pot of like 1,350 to 1,400,
Well,
something like
I
that.
remember it was like 7. It was like 7 and change for me to call. So I might have
Yeah.
had like the starting stacks a little off.
No,
But
that's
it
what
was
I'm
like
saying. Yeah.
725.
Yeah,
This
725.
happened
You're
recently.
getting just under 2-1. So, I mean, obviously, if he turns over a straight, you have 10 outs, right? If he turns over a straight, you've got 10 outs. You need about 3.5 to 1 to call, which you're not getting. The question then is that what is he basically jamming with? So you think that it might be like Queen Jack of Hearts as a lead and a jam?
Yeah, or like a hand like Ace Queen. I know that is kind of a bit ambitious to give him Ace Queen to like that 3-bet shove, but like I said, given the type of player it was, I didn't like put him past him to do that, to just kind of see like, oh, I have top 2, like I'm all in. But but also I was thinking I never really gave him any of the bigger sets, so I'm thinking if I am behind, not that I'm getting the right price, but like if I am behind, he has a straight and I do have equity, but as opposed to like a better set and I'm just dead.
Yeah, no, I don't think that you're gonna run. I
Obviously,
don't think you're gonna run into sets that are played this way, really, because aces and queens are gonna 3-bet off. They're not gonna play it this. I mean, I guess if the guy's super nitty and he flatted with queens, but this is gonna be like you said, like a 2-pair type of hand, and then could it be like a combo-ish type of draw, like king queen of hearts or something like that?
But then again, I'm not sure if he would just lead like king queen of hearts, because I did kind of think about that, but then again, because like he's still losing to an ace, and I wouldn't expect him to like get me to fold an ace just to 1 turn bet. So I would expect him to like check call with like king queen of hearts. So I didn't really think that. But
I mean, did you say he was like
I
an
said, it was
older
more
guy?
so-
He's like an older guy.
No, well, older than me. I mean, I'm 22, so I mean, but probably like in his 30s, like, or maybe 40, like middle-aged guy.
I mean, I don't think it's probably a big mistake either way. It's probably really close. I mean, I would tend to think that you're probably beat here, but then again, I've seen some crazy stuff at this level. I mean, but at the same time, this is a 4-bet on the turn. But even still, someone can't just say, oh, it's a terrible call if you call off here with the set, given the fact that your opponent can't have sets. Now, there are, obviously, he can have 9-10 suited and king 10, even if he might call with king 10 off. So he might have a lot of straights here. Like, he could have, like, 10 straights and maybe only a couple of the combo draws that you think that he might have, which means that you're pretty in bad shape. I don't know if you've got the 33% equity. Anyways, what ended up happening?
Well, I did call because, like I said, I was, and this is terrible reasoning. I know it was like I was stuck, and I was like, I have a set, like, whatever, screw it, and I ended up calling, and he had a set of aces. So that's not
set of aces.
what I was. Yeah, he had a set of aces.
Wow.
So that's, like I said, that's what I was not expecting. I figured if I was behind, I have it. I mean, not that I was getting the right price. I know that, but I figured I did have equity.
I mean, I don't think it's like I said, I don't think it can be that bad. I mean, I think sometimes I might find a fold here, but it can't be. It's not like a terrible, type of thing. You're just not going to really see the bet three bet on the turn all that much. But
Yeah.
thanks for the call. I appreciate it. Hey guys, if you like what you've seen here, please click on the subscribe button and you'll get notified every time we put up a new video. And if you want to check out crushlivepoker.com for the first month free, use the code YTA200. Click on the link right there.